Today's video is sponsored by me, Jason Akers. I know a lot of YouTubers and content creators are placing ad breaks in their videos these days in order to make ends meet. And I understand why, but all my videos are created by me, paid for by me. I buy my own cameras, editing software, microphones. I spend hours of time recording and editing the videos for you, my audience. I don't like a lot of self-promotion, but I wanted to take the time to let you know about the ways you can help support the videos and my content. I have a large list of links in every description of every video I provide you with. All of the pesticides I use in my business are listed on my Amazon page. When I started my business, I used Amazon a lot in order to receive my chemicals and equipment the next day delivery. It's a service that I trust, so I list pesticides there for you to find. I also have several affiliate links listed for B&G products and pesticides as well. My course on bedbugs is the #1 course on Udemy's website that goes over extensive treatment methods on the control of bedbugs, from automobile treatment to living room and even bedrooms as well. If you have checked all of those links and still wish to support me, I have a PayPal, Patreon, and other ways to donate to the channel in the links on my main page of YouTube, as well as in the description of every one of my videos. As always, the best way to support me at what means the most to me is if you will like this video, if you will share this video with your friends, and if you will subscribe to my channel. That honestly means the most to me, and that's what keeps me going, truly. More than money, more than anything else, is just keeping you guys happy and keeping you with the content that you like to have. Speaking of subscribing, I also have a join button at the top of my YouTube channel as well. This feature is new with YouTube and works in much the same way as a Twitch subscription works. When you hit this button and join the channel, it gives you special features that only joining the channel can give. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. I look forward to reading your comments in the comment section below, giving me any suggestions you might have for the next video. So don't forget, like and subscribe, and on with the show. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Live tonight. Thursday night. What is that noise? What is that noise, Alicia? That is the weirdest noise I'm hearing. I think it must be. That's a horrible noise. Okay. Where? Okay, so somebody is talking, has been talking since I went live from Canada. Can't get Crossfire. I know people in Canada who have gotten it, were able to get it shipped. Said they have an exterminator that just comes in, stays for 5 minutes and leaves, and they're not doing their job, apparently. I mean, I did a bed bug job today. It took me an hour and a half, and it was a 3-bedroom townhome. Well, it wasn't a very big house, so I don't recommend new van strips. They're poisonous to people. They cause health concerns. Don't use new van strips. See a lot of people promoting new van strips. New van strips are not good for bed bugs. They're not good for people. No one should really use them. I had an idea for something I wanted to talk about tonight, and now I can't remember what it was for nothing. I was thinking about it. I got a haircut. Cut it myself. Now I took a shower, and now I can't remember what it was I want to talk about. But there was something in my head, and it's gone now. Apprehend is good. Apprehend is good. As long as the exterminator knows how to use it, apprehend is good. Bedlam is made by MGK, and they stopped. They started making Crossfire because bedbugs started to develop resistance to bedlam. I got a Crossfire, got a 2-gallon sprayer. Do I remove my pillows, covers, or just spray? So you get your Crossfire, 13 ounces. Only use 1 gallon of water though. Don't use more than a gallon. After it's finished mixing, it should only be a gallon. A 2-gallon sprayer is twice the volume of what you'd want with 1 bottle of Crossfire. So I'm going to start this stream off. I've done this before, but I want to do it again. And I want to explain what to do. I think I did this last week. So let's say you got that 2-gallon sprayer. Let's try this. There. All right. So you've got a sprayer that looks like that. Evidently, it is a transparent image, but that is okay. You get the idea. So this is your sprayer, and it's 2 gallons. So let's assume your gallon mark, your 1 gallon mark is here. All right. So there is, the top is 1 gallon, bottom is 2 gallons. All right. If you use the entire bottle, you have 2 gallons. So what you want to do is you want to fill to the half-gallon mark, which is here, right there. That's what you fill with water. So let's color that in right here. Well, see, this is the problem with using paint, is it doesn't like to do what you want it to do. All right, so let's say this is all water. All right. Then you add your Crossfire to that, which is like 13 ounces of Crossfire. So you add that in right here. There, that's mixed in, okay? Put the lid on, shake it up real good. Then you fill it the rest of the way to the gallon mark, not to the 2-gallon mark, to the gallon mark with water. All right? Now you have all mixed up Crossfire in 1 gallon. If you use 13 ounces of Crossfire inside of a 2-gallon jug like that, and you fill it all the way up with water, you have halved your solution. It won't be as strong. It will not do the job. So be sure that if you get a gallon sprayer, so like if you go to, let's see if I can bring this up, because I noticed this earlier today. That is not it. Oh, I need an extra L. L. There we go. All right. So if you go to my Amazon page and you go to bedbug supplies, and there, see this right here? This right here is actually for a 2-gallon sprayer. That's a 2-gallon sprayer. You're only going to use half of that sprayer. You're not going to use the whole thing because that's a 2-gallon sprayer. See how it says liquid volume 2 gallons? You're going to use only half of that sprayer after you've mixed that Crossfire bottle. So, but I wanted to go over something with y'all. So this is something different I added to my bedbug supply list. This is called a Sans Bug 1-person pop-up screen tent. Okay, now this is a weird thing that I have in this bedbug supply list. This was actually brought up on one of my videos, on a comment on a video that I did about bedbugs. And so this device right here, you can lay this on your bed. So when you use Crossfire, the overall goal to Crossfire is you don't want, the bugs are going to have to come to you. You are the blood meal. So you're laying in the bed and the bugs are trying to crawl to you to bite you, you know, to get a blood meal, and they have to crawl over the Crossfire to get to you. If you, now this is a weird thing to talk about. I know this is an odd thing, but there are people out there that are so terrified of these bugs and they're so afraid that they're going to get bit up that they might take one of these and set it on their bed and sleep in it so that they can still draw the bed bugs out, because you're still producing CO2 in the room. And if you don't want to be the blood meal, you can get one of these and lay it up on your bed. They're not very expensive. They're a pop-up, basically a mosquito tent that you could use on your bed and lay on your bed and hopefully not get eaten up by bed bugs while you sleep there. And you're still producing CO2. You're still producing body heat. You're still producing everything the bed bugs want to be able to draw out to bite you. I don't know how well it would be to keep them away from you, but someone on my channel said they used one in order to kill their bed bug problem, and I thought it was just a really, really good idea. So that's an option. It's on my list. I put it on my page because, I mean, it's a weird thing to see here with all these chemicals and equipment and all that, but you know, it's just an idea for those that are curious about trying to keep them away from you but still be the, basically the bait to the trap to kill your bed bugs. So I don't know if anybody would want to do that or not. I have no idea who Jaron Benton is. I am not relation. Don't know who that is. What do you want, Charlie? Now, I told you I was going to sit here and do my live stream, and if you were going to talk a whole bunch while I'm doing this, you would have to go to bed. There you go. Charlie's here with me. Do you want to say hi to everybody, Charlie?
Yeah.
Here, come here.
Hi. Hi.
Wave. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
He's sitting here playing Minecraft.
But it's a different version.
What is it?
It has Pokemon in it.
Pokemon. Do you like Pokemon?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Pokemon?
Piplup.
Piplup. All right, well, you go over there and play.
Let's do all these Pokemon.
What do you think about the Paris situation? So let's talk about this, because I saved this for tonight. I'm gonna let's pull this up, because this is in one of my comments. Now, does anybody else here know what's going on in Paris?
Piplup.
Let's look. If I can bring it up, we'll talk about it. There we go. All right, y'all ready to see this? Let's see. So here is what's going on in Paris right now.
Tonight, the city of Paris battling a widespread infestation of bed bugs.
Oui, il y en a peut-être même une quinzaine. Parce qu'il y en a beaucoup des petites, des toutes petites.
Videos going viral on social media in recent weeks uncovering the less glamorous reality in the City of Lights. Bedbug sightings in trains and movie theaters across the city are becoming the new normal, leaving residents and visitors on edge.
Now, we've been dealing with this for years. Like, years and years. I remember the whole movie theater and bus thing happening like 7 years ago, 8 years ago. I did a video about it on my YouTube channel about bed bugs getting in people's buses and getting into their into their movie theater. I did a bed bug job in Williamsburg, Virginia, where the girl had gone to a movie theater and picked up bed bugs at a movie theater like 6 years ago. So, you know, this is something we've been dealing with here for a while.
It really traumatized me, says this woman. I'm actually taking the train right now, and to be honest, I'm not serene. It's surprising, this man says. The fact we can actually see them means there are a lot of them, and they're being seen in the day when they usually come out at night, so that's a big problem.
Now, I will tell you, that's wrong. Bed bugs will come out during the day. They have no problem coming out during the day. If you're a night worker, like if you work the night shift or a midnight shift or something like that, and you come home and you sleep during the day, bed bugs will absolutely bite you during the day. It doesn't have to do with light or dark or night or day. It has to do with when you're at rest. That's what draws the bed bugs to you, is when you're at rest.
According to a report from France's National Agency for Food, Environment and Occupational Health, the upsurge in bedbug infestations in recent years has been caused by the rise in travel and the increasing resistance of bedbugs to insecticides.
And another thing here that they won't mention is that bed bugs they don't use neonicotinoids in European countries. So most European countries have banned Crossfire, even though it's used indoors. A lot of it has to do with honeybees, and that's why they ban neonicotinoids. It just blankets the whole market, saying, hey, we're just not going to use neonics at all. And then they wonder why they can't get rid of their bedbug problem when they don't have decent pesticides to use to do it. Bedbugs have developed a resistance to pretty much all synthetic pyrethroids, and synthetic pyrethroids are like your only other option in the world of pest control. And they won't allow for the good chemicals to be used. They don't have Alpine WSG. They don't have Crossfire. They don't have Tempered. They don't have any neonicotinoids available in European countries.
With the Paris Olympics less than a year away, authorities now ramping up efforts to get a handle on the situation. One member of Paris City Hall saying, I call on the Prime Minister, Elizabeth Bourne, to organize a conference on the fight against the invasive species. And next week,
oh yeah, you know what's going to help? If they would just stop losing their heads over a bunch of bees and just kill the dang bed bugs. The problem is that when you deal with a bureaucrat, they don't understand until they get bed bugs in their own house. They don't understand what is needed to take care of the problem. And if they would just, if you don't want the public to have access to a chemical that could potentially damage a honeybee population, then you restrict the chemical to a professional and you allow them to use it. At least let somebody use it. These hotels are not doing their own pest control. They are hiring professionals to come in and do this. The guy that was in that hotel, I can't remember where it was. Is it? Yeah, it's back here. If you go back and look, right back here, where is it? Let's see if I can find it. I'm horrible with this. I don't know, but anyway, there's a guy that's actually doing pest control, and he's in a whole Tyvek suit. It might be here. Let's see. Let's just keep watching.
Transport Minister plans to meet with public transportation providers to brainstorm a plan of action for infested trains. Because right now, Paris is losing
there we
this
go.
battle to...
There's a guy. See, I've already watched this once. So see, that guy's licensed. That guy is hired by the company to come out here and treat this stuff for bed bugs. That is what he's doing. He is doing a professional bed bug job. He's wearing all the PPE and everything. He is a professional. They're hiring someone. But this guy has no access to neonicotinoids that would absolutely kill bed bugs. He doesn't have access to it. They banned the pesticide in the entire country. No one can buy it. Not even a licensed professional that's not going to poison but the bugs that they're targeting.
Exterminate and eradicate the unwelcome pests. Raf Sanchez, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us.
So there you go. Bedbugs in Paris. Yay, Olympics! So, there you go. Oh, they're in Wales. I've had people contact me from Wales with bedbugs. See, that's the thing about being on YouTube and doing what I do. I get people from all over the world contacting me, asking me questions. Primarily, where can I get Crossfire? I can't buy it in my country. I've had Germans. I've had Australians, Kiwis down in New Zealand. I've had people contact me from France. I've had people contact me from Wales. I've had people contact me from basically all over the world. A lot of Canadians, primarily because they're not able to get a hold of the chemicals that actually do the job. The thing is that in the 70s, DDT was eliminated. Bedbugs had already developed resistance to DDT by the time it was eliminated. A lot of people will say, well, if we just still had DDT, we wouldn't have any bedbugs. But that's not true, because bedbugs had actually developed a resistance to DDT back when it was on the market still. And so they started producing synthetic pyrethroids, which is it's basically a synthetic version of a pyrethrin that occurs naturally in the environment in chrysanthemums and marigolds. The pyrethroid is not. It's man-made copy. But after several years, the bedbugs have developed immunity to pyrethrins too, or pyrethroids. So they've moved over to, they used organophosphates. That's another family of pesticides that were used. And the bedbugs started to develop a resistance. That's what happens, is eventually they become resistant to the chemical that you're using, and you have to find an alternative. One day, the bedbugs will be resistant to all the neonicotinoids, and we'll have to use a different chemical. I believe Crossfire will eventually become obsolete. That's how all chemicals are. Right now, Crossfire works. That's why I use it. They're moving over to biological weapons, like, biological pesticides like Apprehend, which is a mold fungal spore that kills the bedbugs. And so they're always constantly trying to evolve, try to evolve the pesticides faster than the bedbugs themselves can actually adapt to the chemical. So eventually, Crossfire is not going to work anymore either. It's going to stop working. And, eventually. I mean, I've been through the neonicotinoids. I know that they work really well. But Tempered's a neonicotinoid. Alpine WSG is a neonicotinoid, and bedbugs have started to develop resistance to those pesticides specifically. So, not completely. I still use Alpine sometimes. It still works just fine on a lot of instances, but I typically use Crossfire predominantly. Let's see. If you join my Discord, there are some Canadians in my Discord that might be able to help you find Crossfire. Let's see. Just reading through the comments, trying to skim and... Let's see. I've had people contact me from Texas. I have people call me from Texas. I actually have missed calls on my phone from Texas, from a lady in Houston, Texas, who has bedbugs right now. A lot of it has to do with pricing. They're not willing to hire an exterminator because they know it's outrageous expensive. I don't know what that guy was using, what he was spraying. It doesn't go into any depth on the news as to what pesticide that guy was spraying. What do bedbug eggs look like? Can they crawl in your mouth or other open holes in your body? No, bedbugs aren't going to do that. But bedbug eggs are visible. Let's see if I can pull up a picture. I really need to save these pictures on my computer. That's what I need to do. And to have like a folder for the live streams. Because I'm always having to pull these pictures up every time to show you what they look like. Let's see. Let me approve my login. Because Apple. Really? Oops. Did it let me get in there? Oh, it did. I didn't even put the number in right. It still let me have access to the pictures. Okay. So let's see if I go to my photos and then I go to my albums and then I go to bedbugs. I can show you what bedbug eggs look like. I'm going to get a really up close picture, my favorite picture that I always use. I just think it's just a great picture. Why is it a zip file? That's weird. Alright, let's look at some bedbugs. You want to look at some bedbugs? Let's look at some bedbugs. So here are some bedbugs. So this is an adult female right here. Okay. But the eggs, let's zoom in here. That is an egg right there. That's a bedbug egg. So if you zoom out, you keep your eye right there, you can see they look kind of like little miniature Tic Tacs. There's one there. There's one there. So there's a couple over here. See, there's one there and there's one there. So these are all the stages on this one picture. It's all the stages. It's been sprayed. That's why it's got this weird kind of liquidy, glossy look, because I sprayed it. But there's all kinds of clustered bed bugs in this picture. All kinds of eggs that have and have not hatched, both. In fact, if you look real close, you can see the ones that have hatched. They'll be open on one end and clear. You can see through them, like this one. See, it's got like a little hole right there where the bed bug has hatched out of it. But yeah, so that's what bed bugs. That's and I just took that with my iPhone. Took it with my iPhone. Actually, I think it was like an iPhone 8 or 7, something like that. It was an older model. But that's what bed bugs look like. Apprehend is sprayed on the bed frame. I'm not sure about furniture. I've never used it. I watched the videos years ago about how to use it. I haven't watched them in a long time, so I can't remember exactly how it's used. You should not use interceptors if you're using Crossfire. Don't use interceptors. Don't use mattress encasements if you're using Crossfire. What are the chances of getting bed bugs from a furniture store that sells the furniture that is out on the floor? So typically what will happen with bed bugs in a furniture store is sometimes the furniture store will do white glove delivery, and they will go out and take someone else's bed away and put a new bed in their house, and then the old bed gets put on a truck. And the old bed sometimes will have bed bugs on it. And if the bed bugs are in the truck, and then the bed bugs get in the truck, and then they get on the new furniture, and then they bring a new furniture in your house. So yes, you can get bed bugs from, brand new furniture. It's not as likely to get them from a brand new furniture store. Now, if the stuff is on the floor and they do rent to own and they've repoed and they're selling like used furniture, that's very, very highly likely to get bed bugs in situations like that. Let's see. I don't understand why bed bugs exist either, except other bugs eat them. Maybe just to feed animals and other bugs. I've got a business question for you if you don't mind. Sure, ask away. If I can answer it, I will. I don't do a lot of business questions, though, on my live streams. Mostly it's just bug problems, because most people watch me for, bug issues. You use MacForce Quantum. Best ant bait out, in my opinion. Works great on crazy ants and ghost ants. Now, actually, I use Samari ant bait. It's the best ant bait I've ever used. It's really good. Crossfire works. I've been using it now, seeing less. That's great. How does the application of something like Simexa affect a pesticide applied already in that area? Will it hurt the effectiveness of either one? Yes, it can. It can affect the effectiveness. It cause problems with the effectiveness of the chemical. I don't use Simexa. I don't use dust for pesticides. Don't do that, Charlie. So no, I don't recommend dust. I don't recommend the consumer to use dust because dust is not safe to use around a consumer, especially something like Simexa, which is silica dust. It's not healthy for you. It's bad for you. Bad for your health and can cause cancer. It's a carcinogen. Silica is a carcinogen. There are lots of silicates in the world that they're not safe to breathe. One silicate would be asbestos. Asbestos is a silicate. It's a rock. They grind up. They turn into asbestos. It's not safe to breathe. It can cause lung cancer like mesothelioma. Silica is not something I recommend breathing. Silica is about 98% of all diatomaceous earth is a silica powder mixed with diatoms. So I don't recommend using dust in your home for something like bed bugs where you're going to breathe it in. It's not healthy for you. It's not good. Outside in your lawn to kill grubs and stuff, it's fine, but not inside, not indoors. I don't recommend, unless you're a professional and you know what you're doing, don't use dust. Don't try to pretend to be something you are not. Do roof rats require different care than Norway rats? Just set out poison dispensers in the attic? That's what I usually do. Typically with roof rats and Norway rats, roof rats are predominantly in the attic. Norway rats will be in the attic and the crawl spaces and the basements and the living spaces because they come in on the ground level and they work their way up a lot of times. So I always bait attics and crawl spaces to make sure I've covered all my bases. Because if the roof rat decides to wander, and they will, and they do, sometimes they will go down into crawl space areas, and like I said, the Norway rat will go up into the attics. So I bait both areas. Somebody had asked a question. I'm going to try to find that question. There's 65 people in here. Holy cow. That's the most people I've ever had at one live stream before. You guys should like the video. Subscribe if you haven't ever subscribed before. Are there natural predators of bed bugs? Yeah, lots of things eat bed bugs. Lots of animals do. I used Samari a week ago. Didn't work on the crazy ants, which solidified my opinion of Max Force Quantum. What is it active in Max Force Quantum? I mean, I'm willing to try it if it works. But I use Alpine WSG and Termidor. It's really good. Let's see, what is Max Force Quantum? Do you use bait stations? Because it looks like it comes in like these little bait stations. Man, they want you to mix it. They want you to put granulated sugar with it. It's not even already ready to use. Yeah, I've never used... Oh, it's a imidacloprid. It's basically tempered in an ant bait. That probably would work. That probably would kill the hell out of some ants. All ants would probably die from that. Imidacloprid's amazing for ants. It's really good. Tempered is really good for ants. Before bedbugs die from Crossfire, do they get sick enough to stop getting a blood meal? No, they do not. They still will bite you even after being poisoned with Crossfire. Do I have any advice on how to get rid of gnats? It depends on the type of gnat. People call them gnats. Sometimes it's fruit flies, sometimes it's drain flies, sometimes it's gnats, actually biting gnats from outside. It depends on what you're having problems with specifically. Started my own pest control business in September 2022. We have only offered pest control and mosquito control up until now. Do you have any advice for starting to offer termite control? Well, for one, you need to be licensed. In Virginia, you have to carry 2 different licenses. You have to have general pest control, which covers all of your pests like ants and spiders and rats and mice and stuff like that. And then you have to have your other pest control license, which does termite control. And so first you have to get that and make sure you know what you're doing. But just advertise termites. That's all you have to do. I mean, with mine, so I'll show you my website. Let me go over my website. I'll show you what it looks like. So this is my website. If you go with services here, there's general pest control, bed bug control, termite control. Click termite control. You scroll down, see? Got a little blog. Pretty cool. You know, are chemicals safe for your family? You know, make sure people know you're not going to kill them. You know, pretty easy. It's advertised. Termite control. You click here for a free estimate. You click there and it'll send me an email. You know, try to make it real user friendly so people see it and they know that's what you do. That's all I do. And I get calls based on that. People call me. I'm going to go kill termites tomorrow, actually, in Roanoke. Why are you making faces at me? So I told him. I said, Charlie, I'm going to let you sit here beside me while I do my live stream. But you got to make a deal with me or you're going to have to go to bed. Because normally he's in bed. But I said, I'll let you sit here and you can play your Minecraft and stuff. But you got to behave and you can't talk and you can't ask any advice or anything like that. And you can't say, Dad, can you help me do this? Dad, can you help me do that? So instead, he sits there and he looks at me and he goes, I think he has found a loophole.
I think he has.
Hey Jason, it's been almost 4 weeks without seeing a single bed bug, but I still get bite marks on my right arm once every week. They look like bed bug bites, same spot too. Thoughts? I'm not sure. I did a bed bug job today. Thought it was bed bugs. Went out to the house. I did a bed bug job today, and I did a job that thought it was bed bugs because her husband got eaten alive about a month ago. And they went, pulled everything apart, sanitized the bed, cleaned everything up real good, and then everything was good. Great for a while. And then this month, it happened again. And they developed the same thing. Her husband had all these bites all over him, didn't know what it was. I went to the house, turned out it wasn't bed bugs at all, it was carpet beetle reactions. So just because you get bug bites, just because you've had bed bugs before, don't assume it was. It may be something else, like carpet beetles. Are you going to drink all of my water? I won't be able to put up my sign and say I'm going on a pee break at all if you drink all of my water. Will you hand me my water, Charlie? Thank you. It is worth treating the inside of your car with Crossfire. Absolutely works. I treat automobiles all the time. I've been fighting bed bugs for 2 years. I now have Crossfire. I bought a few mattress and box springs last year. I bought a new mattress and box spring last year. They are in encasements. Should I leave those on? As long as you don't have bed bugs in your mattress, you can leave your encasements on. It's fine. If you're trying to keep bed bugs from biting you, having an encasement won't work. Yes, masking tape around the legs and stuff will stop them from getting to you to bite you. Termidor is better than Centricon. Absolutely. What are the most important places to spray? So, when treating with Crossfire, and this is when treating with Crossfire. So, let's go over a bedroom. All right. So you have a bedroom. Let's just say it's a nice big square box. All right. And there's your door right there. Okay. And then you've got a bed right here. And let's say you got some pillows on your bed, because nobody sleeps without pillows unless they just want to be uncomfortable, Charlie.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh yeah. And you have a nightstand here, and you have a nightstand here, nice big comfy bed, and then you have maybe a dresser over here, and a dresser right here. Now, this is kind of how my wife's and my room, well, a little bit. The dresser's on the different side of the room, but anyway, this is basically the furniture I have in my room. Okay, so this is the way your room is set up. The important places to spray are going to be the baseboards. Wait a minute, that messed up. Alright, the baseboards throughout the room. So let's get a pencil here. And we're going to do, let's do blue water. So it's like, you know, it's water. So you do the baseboards. Hopefully not messy like this. Alright? All the way around the room. Okay? Alright. Baseboards around the room. You're going to treat your mattress. Let's put some text in here. Box spring. All things bed. Okay? So that includes your headboard, your footboard, your bed rails, your feet, everywhere it touches the floor, anywhere it touches anything. You want to treat all things bed. Okay? That's why I said all things bed, because usually what I do, the mantra that I use, let me change it. This is getting on my nerves just a little bit. OCD is killing me here. All right. So those are the things you treat on your bed. Then you're going to treat, if they are in your nightstands. You don't have to do this. But if they're in your nightstands, let me see if I can find a video here. Let's see. I think it's on my channel, actually. Let's see if we can find it together. All right. Let's see. Let's go to youtube.com/green Akers PC. All right. There's my live stream right there. Y'all should like it, by the way. But anyway, if we go to videos and let's search the videos. Let's search for nightstand. That didn't work. That did not search my channel. What? What? Okay, there we go. All right, let's watch this. Y'all watch this video. We're going to watch this video. This is the inside of a nightstand table. So, if you're going to treat this for bed bugs, you want to pay attention to these spots here. Remove the drawers. Treat along those cracks there. And any other supports for the drawer. Those are the places that you want to try to hit and target, because those are the places the bed bugs are going to hide. So there you go. Pretty simple. I've got videos about everything on my channel. I have on my channel right now, just to give you an idea of how many videos I've got. Let's see. My videos, let me check the studio, because I can tell you exactly how many I got. It's kind of crazy how many videos that I have made. In my regular videos, how do I tell now? I don't know. 399 pages. No. Okay, 399 regular videos. Live streams. I have, let's see, 179. This can't be right. This can't be right. I know I got more than 400 videos. This can't be right. There's no way that's right. I've done more than 200 live streams, haven't I? 179 of about 179. Let's see if I go to last page. Will it even let me? It won't let me. Well, I'm not going to waste my time doing that. How many videos do I have? I don't even know. Let's see. I don't know. Oh well, I got a lot. I've got a lot. I got a video about just about everything. So, the places that you want to pretty much target for bed bugs when you're treating the house or a bedroom, whatever, are, you know, these places. And of course, like I said, if you want to treat your nightstands or your dressers or anything like that, you do like I did in that video. But typically, these are the places you really want to target, is your bed primarily, and then the walls around your baseboards. Now, also, you'll want to treat living rooms. And in the living room, when you treat, you'll treat your sofa. So I've got video. It might be kind of hard to explain because a sofa is a lot more complicated than a bed. Because typically you'll have a cushion, and you'll have a cushion like that. And then you'll have the back of the couch, and then you'll have the arms of the couch, right? Okay. So that kind of breaks it up into boxes. You'll want to flip it. So usually what me and my son do, this is the way it is. Usually right up against a wall, right? You'll have like it right up against like a living room wall or something like that. So me and my son will grab it. We'll take our hands and we'll put our hands here. I'll put mine on this side and he'll put his on this side, and we'll pull it and tilt it all the way forward. So you're looking at the underside of the couch. And the underside of the couch will be just a solid box like this, and it'll have legs on it like that. Now this cloth, there will be a cloth underneath the bottom of the thing, just like on the bottom of a box spring, and it goes all the way around, most of the time under the legs too, like that. And that is stapled onto the bottom of the couch. All right? You'll want to target these areas right here on the bottom. Okay? Like this, all the way around. And I'm being messy because, I mean, you get the idea. You're going to spray this part of the couch. Okay? Now, if you're okay with this, I recommend making an incision here. All right, into that thing. Open it up. If you have to, you could do like an X incision, which I've done this before. And I say incision like I'm some kind of surgeon. But anyway, you get the idea. You want to open it up and spray inside the couch. There's a box. This is actually a box, framed box. And you'll see, when you look in this hole, you'll see all the wood that holds the couch together. Treat that. Flip it back up against the wall. After you've done all this, flip it back up against the wall. Then you want to remove the cushions if you can. You'll want to treat all around this area here underneath the cushions. Because if you take the cushions off a couch, you're going to have, and let's just pretend it's like just like a lazy boy chair for now because it'll be easier to draw it. But let's see, you got the back of the couch. You'll have the arms like this. And then when you take the cushions off, it'll just be one solid thing all the way across where the cushions kind of sit, where your springboard is in there. You're going to treat in this area here when you flip it up. I mean, when you take all the cushions off, you treat all around inside here. All right, and inside here. Also, where the arms meet couch right in here, bed bugs are usually bad there and there, really bad. They can also be along the back of the couch, so you want to treat the back. When you have it flipped up like this, treat the back of the couch. Anywhere there's a crease, anywhere there's a little nook or a cranny for the bed bugs to live in. A lot of times an arm of a couch, if you look at the front, they'll have, the arm will be set up like this. And then it will have like maybe like a circle like this. And maybe like a fancy little design that'll go down like maybe something like this, or, you know, curve like that. You want to treat in this. You want to treat around this circle. Anything that you see that's got some kind of a crease or a seam that the bed bugs can squeeze into, treat it all. And do this to your couches, do this to your lazy boy recliners, do this to all major furniture that you would either sleep on or sit on to rest for more than 30 to 45 minutes. So that is how you treat a house properly for bed bugs and be effective at doing it. Let's see. You don't have to spray the carpet. Just the baseboards where the carpet meets the floor. Or the carpet meets the wall. How key is decluttering before extermination? Currently dealing with decluttering a hoarder house. Now I've done hoarder houses. Me and Rory did a hoarder house. And we went into this house and it was bad. We were like in there an hour and a half. You remember that house? The one in Bedford? Where we took all the furniture. We had to rearrange your bedroom practically. You couldn't even go in her bathroom.
I think I do remember that one.
That was bad. That was bad. Rory's right here. See, he's right here. There's Rory. Rory's my bug helper. Bug helper boy. But, here. I should put that on. There you go. Now he's wearing the uniform. Now you know he's an exterminator, see? So, me and Rory went into a hoarder home, and we took all we could really treat, barely, was the couch, a little bit, the lazy boy recliner. I don't even think we could flip a couch upside down. Like I showed in this picture right here, I couldn't even flip the couch upside down at all in her house. It was pretty bad. And we treated the baseboards where we could, and we treated the mattress, box spring, headboard, footboard, bed rails of the bed, and we treated the couch, and we treated the lazy boy recliner that was in the living room. And that's all we sprayed, and we killed her bed bugs. So you don't necessarily have to, but it is nice to declutter if you can. So I'm going to tilt this back down, Rory.
Okay.
You can go use my computer if you want to. Oh, you put my hat back right there. Oh, just in case y'all didn't know. Bob Ross is being attacked by a spider. Can you believe it? What's that spider's name? Is Kenju still around? I can't even remember what we named that spider. I don't know if Kenju's still here or not.
Something like
Skeletor.
Is it Skeletor? Oh, it is Skeletor because we got a meme for it. Let me see. Ah! So that's pretty cool. I love that. Anyway, if you're a member, you can do that. So I have a thing on my channel. I don't talk about it a whole lot because I don't like self-promotion. But if you go to the YouTube channel and you click join right here, you get emotes and badges and stuff like that when you chat with everybody. So, and I think the lowest tier is like I think it's like $2 a month. So $5 is access to videos early that I post on my channel, and the $2 it gets you the emotes, and it just helps, support the channel if you want to. But I still end up releasing most of the content. There are some videos that are hidden that nobody can see but members about my personal life, but most of the stuff is available for everybody. My mom had a stroke 2 Fridays ago. Sister's a tweaker. I'm stepping all the way in, included her roach control with no money back as minimal, including emptying the kitchen and cupboards. I've emptied cupboards before, a lot of times, especially when you go into houses where people are disabled and they don't really have an ability to do it themselves, so I do it for them. I hate how there's no new products these days. It seems last new products are from MGK. It seems maybe some control solution generics. Well, see, I haven't had any problem with older chemicals. Like I said, I'm old by, like, what, Demon Max? That's Syngenta. Talstar P, and both of those are pretty good for exteriors. Alpine WSG are tempered for inside. Really good, really good. I mean, why try to reinvent the wheel if you've got what works and they're safe? to use, then use those. They work. I know you, Ryan. I know you. You here all the time. You live in my chat all the time. You're always here. Well, I know you. You're not always here. You're here a lot. So, I'm not having any issues with the same old products, but it gets boring. You know what gets boring? My channel. My channel gets boring. When you go through, and the number one video is this video right here. It's got 209,000 views. All right? It is 7 years old. This is some of my best stuff. And in order for me to stay relevant, I have to redo these videos. Like every month or two. I got to make a new one. It basically says the same thing the old one says, that the stuff's there. That's why I've got hundreds of videos on my channel, because I have to keep remaking the same content over and over and over, or YouTube won't put it in front of people and show them what they need to see. And I'm trying to help people with this stuff, and they hide it, and you can't see it. So it's like, it's crazy. Have you ever treated a haunted house? I have. I have treated a haunted house. I actually have. Long time ago. But I have. I've actually done 2 haunted houses. So, at least 2 that I know of. Did you know that, Alicia?
No.
Yes, I did.
Know that.
I treated the Avenel.
Oh, yeah.
The Avenel is a haunted house in Bedford, Virginia. I treated that house. If anybody wants to look it up, you can look it up. Google it. It's a beautiful house. But I treated that house. For carpenter ants, actually. Have you ever treated a haunted house? Okay, I saw that. Do I have to use the 13 ounce of Crossfire the same day? So you can mix it and use it the day after, but they tell you not to use it after 24 hours. But I know of people who have, and it's worked fine. Make a video on permethrin toxicity to cats. Yeah, no, nobody does talk about that, do they? So permethrin is a synthetic pyrethroid, along with cypermethrin, permethrin, deltamethrin. They're synthetic pyrethroids, and they are actually toxic to mammals. What they do is they interrupt the sodium channels inside the nervous system, and so you end up having nervous system failure. If you can overdose your pet on permethrin. A lot of the flea collars, like the flea collars, have permethrin in them. The spot on the back of the neck, a lot of them have permethrin in them, and the flea shampoos and dips have permethrin. If you're doing all 3 of those things to your cat, you could potentially kill your cat, and all you're trying to do is kill the fleas on the cat. If you're going to use permethrin, then follow the label exactly, and only pick one product. If you're going to use the dip, just do it once. Follow the label. It'll tell you right on the label not to use more than like 10 days or 9 days or whatever. Or it sometimes even says just once a month, because of how strong it is. Because permethrin, the body naturally eliminates permethrin. So it's not going to build up in the system over time. But one solid dose is enough to kill you. Or your cat. Specifically your cat. And so if you're going and using flea dip on a cat, and then you're going and giving them the spot on the back of the neck, and that the flea dip will absorb into the bloodstream. The spot on the back of the neck will absorb into the bloodstream. And the flea collars also touches the skin around the neck, will absorb into the bloodstream. And if you get so much permethrin in the bloodstream, you'll kill your cat. You will kill your cat. It's available to the public. You can go out and buy it. So, is that good, Greg? I hope that's good. But when they studied permethrin, and they actually, the SDS on permethrin, it actually says how much you have to give an animal in order to cause the animal to have symptoms of nervous system failure or nervous system damage. It's very, very high, But that's why you don't give them multiple products. That's why you be real careful and read the directions. So let me explain to you. Let me show you what to do. So if you go to, let's say, PetSmart. All right. Let's see if we can get the page to load. PetSmart.com. Did I press enter? There we go. All right. Let's search flea. Flea and tick. Dip. Let's just do the dip. All right. Basically, it's shampoo. I mean, I've always called it dip or flea dip or whatever. But anyway, if you click this, it's got oatmeal in it. It must be good for their skin, right? This is not loading for me. Oh, you can zoom in. That's pretty nice. All right, where is the active ingredient? Now, this says use only on dogs. Now, this is for dogs. People will take dog chemical and put it on their cats, and it should not be. But use only on dogs and puppies over 12 weeks of age. This is important consumer information. Okay, this is for fleas. So let's look at the front of the label. This is permethrin. All right, and pibronyl butoxide. Those are the two ingredients. Permethrin and pibronyl butoxide are in it. Permethrin is at a 10%, or a 1.1. I'm sorry, it's a 0.1% active ingredient. Okay, so there is. Let's go ahead and keep that zoomed in. Actually. All right, permethrin, 0.1%. So let's go and look. Let's pull up another one. I am really thirsty. I drink a lot of water. All right, flea. How do you spell collar? 2 L's? Yeah, it's 2 L's. I had it right the first time. All right, flea collars. There's dog. So let's look at the dog. And let's see what is the active in this. It usually will tell you if it's a pesticide. Usually they are pesticides. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not used to reading a label for a flea collar. They don't tell you really. Don't tell you. It doesn't say. Oh, ingredients. Here we go. Imidacloprid and flumethrin. So the flumethrin, I would figure, is probably a synthetic pyrethroid, but may have a different mode of action. I know imidacloprid has a different mode of action than permethrin. This would be safer if you were to mix these two products. Use this one and the other one. But why would you use them both when this is going to kill the fleas on your animal anyway? There's no reason to use both of these. But if you go back to PetSmart and do a, what is it? The collar. Okay, and then we want the spot on the neck. So flea medicine. All right, so there's the cat, but we're looking at dogs right now. So let's do the dog. This is Advantix. The active ingredient in this is they do not like to tell you. You got to go down here. Permethrin. There you go, permethrin. So if you bought this ingredient, this spot on the neck stuff right here, which is Advantix, which everybody says is good. I don't think it would be that good, but they say it is. That's permethrin. That's permethrin. This is similar to permethrin, but not necessarily permethrin. But this one and this one are permethrin. If you were to give them this and this at the same time, you could potentially poison your dog, especially a small dog. But yes, it can cause seizures. It can cause seizures in dogs too. So Greg says it can cause seizures in cats. It can cause seizures in humans. That's one of the side effects. So what happens is it causes nervous system failure. It causes nervous system damage. And so in the insect, but also in the animal and in a human, in mammals, period. So cats are smaller, so it takes less to affect a cat than it does a dog, especially like something like a I don't know, a German Shepherd, like they had on this one label. They got a picture of a German Shepherd. It's going to take a lot more to harm a German Shepherd because it's a larger animal than it will a cat. But ultimately, you can poison both dogs and cats with permethrin. You have to be careful when you're using pesticides on your animals. So, anyway. I'm ready to start interviewing pest professionals. It's been 3 months. When we found bed bugs in my wife's leather recliner, she's still getting bites after 4 Crossfire treatments. What do you recommend? Every time people have complained where Crossfire did not work, whether it was a person that did it on their own, there are more variables with a person that does it on their own. But in my specific instance, when it didn't work, then usually it's because of reinfestation. In fact, every single time it had been from reinfestation. It's either they don't realize that they're bringing them in the house from somewhere, whether it's public transportation, bus, a friend's house, friend or family member, and they continue to bring them into the house and reinfest. It could be a job. It could be where you work. I did a house today where the lady works with the public, and she helps people that need medical attention. She goes into their homes, and not knowing, picked up bed bugs at this one person's house that she went to, and brought them home. She has I have a high risk job. I'm an exterminator. I go into houses with bed bugs. And so it's very likely that I could bring bed bugs home. I've only done it once in 24 years, but it has happened. And so the more you come into contact with them, the more likely you will reinfest. Now, when a do-it-yourselfer has messed up, usually they've messed up. Usually that's what it is. They've either haven't mixed the chemical properly, they haven't applied it properly, or they aren't waiting long enough to get results. So it can take about 30 to 40 days to reach full results from a treatment of Crossfire. If you still see bed bugs after 30 days from your original treatment, then treat again. Don't treat 4 times once a week in a month and think you're going to get rid of your bed bugs. It hasn't been long enough.
Yeah, there's certain ingredients for the mixture, and one of them is thyme.
Yeah, right. That's. Did you think of that by yourself? That was a good one. I like that. There are several ingredients that go into doing a bed bug treatment, and one of them is thyme. That's a good one. Or the pesticide or whatever. Thyme.
Yeah.
What's the one bug you won't mess with?
Termites, the dry termite, drywood termites.
Drywood termites aren't in Virginia. That doesn't count.
I know, but you wouldn't mess with them if we...
I wouldn't do it if I had to. Brad says, how about a birthday shout out? What, Brad? Is it your birthday? Is it Brad's birthday? Emma, you're going to break the house, aren't you?
That chair's falling apart.
Yeah. We can't afford nice chairs around here.
Yeah.
I hear they got chairs $16 at the Restore. I tried to buy Crossfire off of Amazon, but Amazon said it won't deliver to my zip code. Also, I sprayed Crossfire and got bites. Why is that? Is it a kamikaze reaction for them? They're going to still bite you whether you spray or not. They'll eventually die. But I want to know who I'm supposed to be shouting out a birthday thing for. Do you do rodents? Yeah, I kill rodents. Did mice and rats today. Don't do anything other than mice and rats, but yeah, I do rodents. I've got videos about rodents. what is a driveway? No, it's a dry wood termite. So when I took my when I got my license 24 years ago on termites, there are 3 different types of termites I had to learn about. I had to learn about drywood termites, eastern subterranean termites, and Formosan termites. We do not have Formosan termites or drywood termites in the area of Virginia that I live in. So I don't worry about it. But if you had drywood termites, I would not treat drywood termites. That's one of the things I would not do. Because he asked what kind of bug would I not mess with. I won't do drywood termites. If I moved to Florida and I had a call on drywood termites, I would not do it. So I would give it away to someone else. I bought a My Four Sons backpack sprayer, best sprayer I bought, better than Flowzone, and it runs off a 20-volt DeWalt battery. That's pretty nice. I've got DeWalt batteries, but I just use my Flowzone. I've had my Flowzone now going on almost 3 years, and it still runs like new. It's a fantastic machine. I love it. I've been very happy with it, but I don't do a lot of backpack spraying either. I only backpack. Don't get rid of that last 2. You're gonna break it. But yeah, I like my Flowzone. I like it so much I bought a second one, gave it to my son, so we both have one. I use them only for yards though. I don't use them for anything but yards. I don't use them for a house because it uses too much chemical and it makes a mess. So, Brad, is it your birthday or is it not your birthday? Because if it is your birthday, we will sing you happy birthday. But if it's not your birthday, then we have to sing a Merry, Merry Unbirthday like on Alice in Wonderland. And I think I might be the only person here that knows that song. Maybe my wife. I don't think. Do you know Merry, Merry Unbirthday, Emma? Did you ever watch Alice in Wonderland? No. Are you serious? No. Is Alice in Wonderland is Disney, right? Alicia?
Yeah.
We need to watch Alice in Wonderland.
I don't know if I think she saw it a long time ago.
That's a good video.
Hey, Emma, make
I
your
like
sleeping
that movie.
bags.
That's a good
Make
movie.
sleeping bags, sorry. Make sleeping bags.
What kills bed bugs and eggs on the spot instead of apprehend? Crossfire will kill them on the spot. I mean, it takes 5 minutes for them to die, but you know, it's going to kill them. Why wouldn't you treat for drywood termites? Because drywood termites require using Vicane, and I'm not going to do Vicane. I'm against Vicane. Vicane is very deadly for human beings, and I won't use it. And I don't want to risk killing somebody, so I just won't use it. Have you ever exterminated scorpions? We don't have scorpions in Virginia, but when we went to Pigeon Forge, we found some scorpions in the house we were staying in. I'm not afraid of them. They're pretty cool looking, actually. As far as a bug goes, scorpions are pretty neat. They're like a convertible version of a spider. My wife don't like them at all, but I think they're cool looking. I watched them on the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and I thought it was one of the best parts is when the ant kills a scorpion. Or the scorpion killed the ant. The scorpion killed the ant, and then they used like a fire stick or something like that. Yeah, that was a good movie. So, I want to mix it right. I bought 1 gallon Chapin jug with 13 ounce Crossfire. Do I fill the whole jug? You fill it up halfway, pour the Crossfire in, and then fill it up the rest of the way to a gallon. Mix it up good. All I use outside is a regular B&G 1 gallon B&G sprayer. I target the areas the bugs enter the home. I treat around windows and doors. I treat where the mulch beds meet the wall of the house. I treat the overhangs where wasps and hornets and spiders go. And that's it. I do treat 2 feet up and 2 feet out all the way around the foundation with the sprayer. And that is enough chemical to do its job. Hey, Charlie, would you like to come here and sing Brad happy birthday? Will you do it? Huh? But you're good at singing happy birthday. Will you help me sing happy birthday? Huh? Did you say yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Come over here. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, say, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brad. Happy birthday to you. Okay, second eye. Yay! There you go. Another company dust attics with Delta dust. I'll hang up and listen. Thanks. I'm not understanding what you're asking. I wouldn't dust. I think exterminators will use dust too willingly. I have been poisoned by exterminators who use dust haphazardly in crawl spaces and attics where people are being exposed.
One more time.
I was poisoned by an exterminator who used dust willy-nilly, haphazardly, in a crawl space underneath the house. Did I say that wrong?
No, I think you. I'm just stressing that you were poisoned.
I was poisoned
Yes.
with a dust in the crawl space. The guy came out there and dusted the crawl space, all over the crawl space, because he figured, well, nobody's going to go under that house, right? Just him. Not a plumber, not an electrician, not a homeowner, definitely not another exterminator is going to go under the house, having no clue what anybody has done under the house. Dust is dust. Crawl spaces are dusty. Come to find out, after me and my father both got very ill from crawling around underneath this house with this dust everywhere, that we both were poisoned. We got sick because an exterminator was a moron. That is a stupid thing to do. I think dusting a crawl space or an attic is a very bad thing to do. Don't do that. Don't do that. There's no sense in it. It's stupid. It's going to cause somebody to get sick. I got sick. I did get sick because someone did a stupid thing with the dust in a crawl space. So, I was young. I was like in my 20s. Actually, I may have been 17 or 18 actually when that happened. I was young when it happened because I hadn't moved out. I moved out when I was 20, so it couldn't have been when I was 20 because I still lived at home. So I don't know when I was, but I was young and I was with my dad and we both got poisoned. He got poisoned worse than I did. He was actually sicker than I was. But we were both sick for like 2 days. So, how would I treat wood rats? I bait for rats. So let's see here. When do you dust a crawl space? How do you dust a crawl space? I want to show how to do that. The places you target in a crawl space. So let's go with a new image here. So you go into a house, or maybe this is your house, and you have a problem with carpenter ants. Maybe you've got acrobat ants or odorous house ants in your kitchen. And you can tell it's an odorous house ant because if you smush it and you smell it, it smells like citronella or some kind of a weird potpourri type smell. All right, so you got ants. You've narrowed it down. It's carpenter ants, and you're concerned they might be living in the crawl space. So what you do is if you go underneath the crawl space, and this is the wall. All right, you're looking at a wall. Okay, let's say it's a cinder block wall. All right, you got cinder block wall. Which I'm going to be meticulous because this is how I am. Alright. This is not going to be the best picture. It's going to annoy me. But anyway. Alright. So you get the idea. Cinder block wall. Alright. There is a plate that goes all along the top. It's wood that sits on top of that foundation wall. Like this. Okay? And then you'll have your floor joists sit on top of this. Alright? And that's what your floor is nailed to. Okay? your subfloor is nailed to the top of these studs. And your subfloor goes here, all the way across. All right? And a lot of times you will have insulation here, along in here. It'll be pink insulation. Like this. You know, all up in here. All right. So now you're under the house. You're under the house. You want to dust for ants. The reason you dust for ants is because dust is more effective at killing ants than liquid. You're under the house. You think the ants are living in this insulation. They will do that. Odorous house ants and acrobat ants both will live in these spots. 1, wear a respirator. Not a dust mask, not a little cloth mask, not a COVID mask or whatever they're calling them nowadays. A respirator. Okay? A full, like I'm Darth Vader and I talk like this, respirator. With the 2 big bulbs on the side, you know. It's a poison respirator, so you don't poison yourself and you don't breathe the dust in. Wear that. Wear goggles so you don't get any pesticide in your eyes. This is what you need to do if you're going to dust for ants in a crawl space. The places you target, you use a hand bellows duster. Which looks like, let's see, let me copy this image. Looks like this. All right. This is a hand bellows duster. Okay? That's what I use. If I dust a crawl space, that's what I use. I take that little tip off. I fill it about half full of dust. I don't fill it all the way full. I fill it half full. Shake it real good. Turn it upside down. So this spout is upside down. So what you do is, let's see, will it let me turn this? I don't know if it'll let me turn this or not. I don't think it will. Anyway, upside down. It won't let me flip it though. It'll let me squish it and contort it, but it won't let me flip it upside down. So anyway, that needs to be the other way around, upside down. You stick the tip of this little duster right here. Right there. And you peel back this insulation and you dust behind it. Okay? And you might even be able to dust into these wall voids, into these into these cinder block or whatever. You might be able to get your duster to go down and dust inside those cinder block, because sometimes ants will be in there. But those are the places that ants are going to frequent in a crawl space. Okay? That's how you do it. If you're going to dust, that's how you do it. You don't just puff it in the air and puff it all around everywhere and let it settle all down on the ground and everywhere where other people are going to do when they go underneath the house. They're going to be in contact with it. You don't do that. So, because that's the kind of duster I like to use. I like to use a hand bellows duster. It's just personal preference. To Kevin, who asked why I didn't use certain type of duster. That's just the kind I like to use. That's what I've always used. That's what I like to use. That's what I have the best control over. That's what I've been trained on. We used to spray, let's see. I don't like backpack sprayer. I do really good with what I got. Let's see. Yes, Termidor SC is really good for ants on the exterior. It works really, really good. Hi, I just wanted to hop on here and say about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I came here freaking out because we had bed bugs. But we followed your advice using Crossfire. We have not seen anything or have been bitten. Thank you so much. Well, you're welcome, Amanda. I remember you. How do you treat... I'm not going to read that out loud. People can see it. I'm not going to read that out loud. So, all right. It's been an hour and a half. I am going to keep it. I'm going to keep it short tonight. I'm tired. I've worked all day today, all the way, all day long. Actually, I got home a little after. What was it? Almost 6 o'clock this evening. So I am going to get to bed. And I have a video that's supposed to go live Tuesday about how to pick your technician, how to pick the right pest control company that works for you. And so hopefully that will go over well. Probably not, because it doesn't have bed bugs or cockroaches in the title, but we'll see. That will go live Tuesday, hopefully, as long as I can get it edited down and put up there. So you guys have a great night, and I will see y'all next week. Hopefully. I don't think I'm going to be gone anywhere. I don't think. So, pretty sure I'll be here. Y'all have a great night, and I'll see you later. Thanks a lot. Bye.